Hey everybody, welcome back to the official Nova Scotia Car Show's YouTube channel. Today we're going to be taking a close look at what goes into detailing a car. So if you want to introduce yourself.
I'm JP, and I've been detailing cars for probably most of 40 years now, and we're going to show you what goes into detailing a car for a major car show. And we're going to have a look at Dan's sinister wagon here. It's 1967 Chevelle SS, and we're getting it ready for a major car show this spring, and we're doing a full detail job. And we can start, I guess, with the engine. We'll be doing the engine bay, completely cleaning and detailing, painting, polishing, anything that needs to be done. We're going to be painting up the top of this radiator in here, detailing that up to get rid of all the flaking paint off of here. We'll be probably adding a little detail touches here. Instead of that wing nut, we're going to get something special for that. We have I'm into detailing the exhaust manifolds. Right now we have kind of a rusty looking manifold. This car is driven quite extensively, so we said we'll freshen up the manifolds and put a little paint on them for now for this show. And so we put in some high heat paint to freshen up the exhaust manifold and make it look real nice for the upcoming car show. And then we're going to work on the exterior and freshen up the paint. And this car has gorgeous black paint onto it. It has been at one point sanded and polished, but over the last 12 years or so of driving, it's starting to show a little bit of age. So what I'm going to do is completely polish the exterior using compounds and glazes and wax to bring the paint back to its former glory. And I've done a couple of spots. I don't know if you can tell on the hood. I did one little spot in here to showcase the difference between the polished and the unpolished. And you can see, yeah, you can really see it in there now, where it's kind of grayish looking in here and how black it is in here. So I'm going to be doing the whole car like that. I removed the wiper grill, the cowl grill, to access the cowl itself, because where it was done once before, the polishing compounds, when it was splattered into the cowl and was never cleaned. So I'm going to get in there and clean this properly so that when you look down into the grill, it will look like a new car in there. And if you can look on the other side, you'll see what it should look like. The difference between the dirty side and the clean side. So this is something that you see when you look down through the cowl grill. So now this will be major difference. I've taped all of the chrome trim and all of the windshield and the windshield trim, just so that when I do buff and compound, that I don't mark up the chrome. Don't want to make sure that the chrome stays perfect on it. I've removed the mirrors just so I can access and completely polish everything around here so that you don't have any residue anywhere. And I'll just make my way basically from the front to the back and the roof and everything. And basically go around the car 3 times, once with a polish, once with a glaze, once with a wax. And then we'll have that beautiful black finish like we just showed you over there. Inside, the interior, we take and, well, you can see some of my tools here. Completely scrub the interior, basically with a toothbrush. All the seats have completely been scrubbed with this, and you can see how they came out. They came out beautifully. These are nice vinyl seats. This one here, if you can probably, I don't know if you can tell, but that one there is just a little bit darker. I have put some protectant on that one. This one here, I haven't put the protectant on yet, so this is just a dry vinyl. So I will be coating this with a protectant that is, it makes it look like fresh vinyl, but it doesn't have that oily feel to it. I've been using Meguiar's products on these, and I find that it gives the best finish for vinyl. So I've done that door, I've done this, I've completely scrubbed all the door panels, again, toothbrush and my little detailing brush. did all of that, and I'll be putting a coat of protectant on this to just darken it up a little bit and make it look just like brand new vinyl. Again, with the dash as well, been doing all that. The whole top of the dash will get done, and I will be polishing all of the trim. This trim here, this trim hasn't been polished yet. That's the way it is. But if you want to come over to the other side, I'll show you a piece that I did polish just to show the contrast, polished and not. This, I did this back end, this is polished, and you can see the front there is a little bit more dull, and it's going to look like this all the way through once I'm done. So I'll be doing that. I get in and I detail everything. I don't know, maybe need a light to shine in here. I detail. I did the pedals. I get in under the dash and I completely clean all the pedals with my toothbrush, both the gas and the brake. And as you can see there, I did the mat. Of course, I vacuum everything, but then yeah, take and clean all of the rubber on the pedals to make sure that it looks like brand new. And I even went so far as to polish the little disc brakes logo in the pedal that was getting kind of worn looking. I polished all the chrome steering wheel, the horn button. That's all completely fully polished now and clean the way it needs to be, and all the chrome trim. What else did I do? I got in and cleaned, detailed, even the turn signal stock was all full of years of grime and dirt. Now it looks brand new. And this is what's involved in thorough detailing. It's not everybody that gets in and does all that.
Yeah.
But if I see that it needs to be cleaned, I clean it. I clean, paint, polish anything that needs to be done. In the back, I removed the rear seat cushion to be able to better access and fully clean the carpet properly, fully clean the seat properly, and fully clean all the seat belts properly. So that's why the rear seat cushion is out of the car right now. So I'll be cleaning the seat cushion as well. The seat cushion's right over here. I'll be going over that completely with my toothbrush and cleaner, and making that look like new again. Then after we get all that done, finish the exterior, we'll move on to the wheels. The wheels will be polished. I did a little section here. You can probably see the difference between here and here, and that is polished. So I'm going to be doing the whole complete with a fine metal polish that will polish these to look almost like chrome. And I'll be polishing the black paint, of course, and waxing that so that it's totally black, and applying some protectant to the wheels to make them pop as well. And we'll be doing all four wheels on that. I'll probably pull the wheels right off to do those properly so that they look right. And then we'll finish off the trim. I'll show you the tail lights I have in here. I disassembled the plastic rear tail lights. Here we have the original tail light as I took it off, not cleaned or anything. And once polished, they look like new. And that's one of the little things that will make a show car pop. You know, those little details. This is what, you know, and to do it right, you have to disassemble it and get in there and do it, you know. So those are some of the things that I do. And yeah, back here in back we have the bumper, beautiful chrome bumper, but it has a little bit of, well, it's got several years of just use. And once we polish it, you can probably see this. I don't know if you can see that little spot right there. I polished this. Yep. So you can see the difference between where it's not polished. Looks okay. Stands out that much more. So I'm going to do both chrome bumpers. They're going to be, well, just like new. So yeah, it's very, there's a lot of time involved in that. Of course, it's very time consuming. It's tedious. It's a lot of tedious work, but I enjoy it, and I do enjoy. I really love to see the finished product, and basically the looks on the owner's faces once it's done. But a lot of people don't see what goes into that finished product. A lot of people they'll bring me their cars, and I do it, and they pick it up and they're amazed, but they don't realize how much work, how much time and effort goes into making it look like that.
Yeah, well, this you can really see all the
And
different
in
details you
going
did,
step
right?
by step like this, we're kind of seeing, you get a chance to see just how much work really does go in here. I've already got probably 10 to 12 hours in the car,
Wow.
uh, and I'm barely halfway done.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably once it's all said and done with everything that we're doing with the exhaust coatings and the trim and this and that, uh, there'll probably be 30 hours or so in this car quite
Wow.
easily. And then underneath as well, because the
Yeah.
underneath is clean as well. So once the top side is done, I'll be getting underneath to wipe everything down. And I mean, it won't be as extensive as waxing, but it'll be cleaning from front to back underneath as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a labor of love, naturally. I mean, you have to love what you're doing to do this, but the final product will be just for it as beautiful a car as it was. It just has several years of use and needs to be just freshened up for this big car show that we hope will that it'll score well in the car show, right?
Yeah.
And this is the type of work that needs to be done to be judged well at a car show, right?
Yeah.
Because you want everything to just pop. And there's a lot of things that you don't necessarily notice until they're done. So this is what we're doing, and hopefully it'll turn out as well as I'm imagining that it will, and hoping that it'll do the trick for a good viewing at the car show.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it in a nutshell, I guess. We're going to keep at it and make it look like a show car, like the show car deserves to look like.
Well, thank you for letting me interview you, and
My pleasure. And we'll be reviewing it again once it's all done. We'll be going
Yep.
around it again and just going over the fine points.
Yep, there will be a part 2.
Sounds good.